All right, welcome back to another episode of Saturdaycore. Hopefully that is a cool name for the time being. But another metal track from scratch. So last one, I just listened to it again. I'm not super big on how it sounds. Again, it just sounds kind of like that Orbit Culture, interesting name, kind of sound. And it's cool. I don't quite know how to get the sound to be like that, how punchy their drums are and stuff like that. I don't know if they're layered with digital drums. So that's just something that I'll have to learn, but I can't quite pull off the sound right now, and it's not really something that I want to do anyways. So let's go ahead and try. I don't think we've tried 128 beats per minute. Let's try with a drum loop first, and then we'll kind of see what we can do from there. So let's get into Modern and Massive 2, and then I know there's quite a bit in here that are around this range. So let's just see, maybe we can start off with like an intro section here. I could see that working. So maybe like this. Let's consolidate it. Let's move it over. I'm kind of feeling like, I don't know if you guys have heard Gore of Being yet by Era, but I kind of am feeling something similar to that. And let's, maybe not similar, but just that Era style where they do, like I had a riff in my head. If we start kind of low and then at the end it's like, it plays maybe an octave up and it plays like the same thing, if that makes sense. If I can pull it off, I'll show you guys. Right now I'm basically just looking for like a fill of some sort. Maybe this one will work here. Oops. I'm gonna consolidate, or not consolidate, but move these over a bit. Maybe if we do like something like this. I don't know how to play drums. I don't really know how to play any instrument. I started with piano. So everything is basically just trial and error for me. I listen to a lot of metal, so that's where I have like ideas and stuff come from, and just if something sounds cool, if I have like intuition to finish it off. Also, another thing while we're trying to figure this out, thank you for everybody who's watching and leaving comments and stuff like that. It definitely helps, and these videos are starting to become more viewed, so thank you for that. Maybe if we do... We'll do something like this. Yeah, let's just go back normal. And then we'll probably just have to copy these over too. Maybe we'll do this too. And then let's just consolidate, or not consolidate, but quantize. Is it this one? Maybe something like that, I don't know. And then let's, I don't know, maybe like let's open BA1. And let's try to make something that's kind of cool. Oops. I'm feeling like something brassy. Let's turn off this reverb. Let's try Infiltrator actually might be cool on what I'm thinking of. Let's try... That's kind of what I'm thinking of. Maybe something like that. And then let's just see what it sounds like with the drums on it. Maybe if we do like a little skip thing there. I'm gonna try to play with this tempo because I don't really make music even when I made electronic music at this range. Maybe we can just do like a repeating thing because that'll be easy to copy over on the guitar. What if we do something like that? Is that going to be like too simple? It might be a little bit difficult. Let's shrink this down so I can see what's going on here. And then just copy it past this section. No. Let's see. No, not quite. This in part I think we can go with, but it needs to be like maybe like that. And then we need to let's see. That was right. And then this has to be shortened, I think. And then we can maybe copy this so that the tempo is a little bit less weird. No, like this. I guess maybe we could actually just copy paste this whole like little thing here. And then we can do like a... Or maybe we could actually do this. And that'll just be like our fill there at the end. And invert these ones. I'm thinking of Scorpion Hymn right now. And then one thing that I'm learning too is like you don't need so much movement. So like obviously like a guitarist it's going to be pretty hard to play unless you're really good. I don't know if an intro really makes sense for this type of riff though, because you would kind of do it like this and it would play and then like the main riff would get in here. So I hate to kind of bend this already, but let's just move this over. And I guess once again we will not be writing drums, or not be writing drums, but using samples like I've been trying to do to just like help. But whatever, it is what it is. So copy this over. I guess we could just do it like this. And then let's move these all to the corrective octave. Okay. So I would think we'd be like here, and then let's raise all these. I think with the kicks we can deviate a little bit. And then let's see here. Like anything there. We can do like there, and then let's grab all of them and bring them up a little bit. So this one should definitely be, oops, all the way up. And then for the kicks, let's humanize these. And let's do China. And I think it's the far left that I like. Probably should solo this. Yeah, I like that one. It's kind of like, reminds me of like that symbol from Messengers. Okay, that one can be gone, that one can be gone. These can be up. I like to do this. Where's my splash? I feel like we need a little bit more boost out of this. And then maybe just lower the kick some more. I think that's too much. Maybe a saturator at the end of this. I wish Ableton would bring back its other saturator. I know there's a way to get into the like regular ones. Maybe hard. Maybe that's okay. All right, and then let's import this to our main. Let's see here. That's probably okay for that, but this one definitely I should bring down the all these high ones if I can. Maybe even just do this. Oops. And this is my something like that, probably. I probably don't even need to do it as many since this is a slower tempo. Well, I guess it would be the opposite, actually. Okay, obviously we need bass. I'm curious, do I copy paste this one and then this one for my sub? Hmm. I'm thinking that this needs to be a different sound now. And then here we can do the pata pata. Okay, let's see here. No, this doesn't... Not quite what I want, I don't think. Let's try some more. Okay. Possibly. And then and then we do like a, this is what I was talking about earlier. I don't know if that really works, but for these two, we'll pitch them a little bit lower for the like second, more harmonic-y part. I don't know if I really need the pitch bend, to be honest. Maybe just like that. And then we'll copy this here, here, and then this one doesn't need to be. And now what do we do is a question. And then do we just... It definitely needs like a dun 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 dun. Well, could we just use this? My dog is snoring so loud I can hear it in the mic. It's kind of funny. And then let's yeah, just like we thought. So let's I guess we we'd have to do like a riff here. I'm liking how President does their riffs, like they do like something basically random. So it's like it'd be like it could be like this, basically. And then maybe I copy and paste this part. So I guess we could do something like that, and this would be like just kind of the part that, I mean, if this is an era song, the part that I think Jesse's his name would come in. Probably just keep it like that. So it's a little bit of an octave change. And then here, for sure, the drums can go the same. Set the length. Where's that? Here. Where's that as well? And then I guess we could just do like a hat symbol. Or just the open here. Imagine it would be something like that. Could this be used as like before breakdown? I don't know. This tempo was kind of throwing me off a little bit, just because it's slower. What if we just speed this up? Let's see, what if we do... Let's try that instead. Be a little bit more simple. And then, yeah. No, thank you. Man, how could we... I feel like we need to do... Oops. That isn't right. What if we write a bass line first, maybe? No, that was right. Oh, maybe like that. And then what if we... Obviously I don't want this, I just want the pattern. Maybe? And like that, maybe? Possibly? Oops, get back. And then let's get this all in the same octave for the sub. And then, okay, let's make this an idea. Let's make this work. Maybe like a... I don't know if that's really going to work for this. Oops. Maybe even slower, actually. Let's get an atmosphere here. Possibly. We're not going to get any tonality out of this unless we add chroma. Who would have known that this would be such a vital key to my metal production? What if I vocode this? Will that do anything? Wait a second. Let's just make sure I get all that muddiness. And then let's get this kind of ominous reverb on here. Okay, now if we group this together and we turn this off, we went from to, like, that's pretty neat, I think. Yeah, this is more of the like pitch domain or octave that I do well in, or better in, at least in my opinion. Maybe invert this. I don't know if I really like that, but we're gonna rock with it for now, for the time being. And then maybe here. I just in that one. And let's copy paste this guy. I honestly don't think it matters. I was going to change all of them to be the same octave for the first one, but we'll just leave and see what it is. And then we'll just copy and paste it. I'll just add a little bit of a fade here at the beginning since that's where the kick is coming in regardless. And then probably needs to go down in volume. Let's, I guess this will just be like full on. So we'll do like I should have saved that little intro spot. Whatever. And I think the kicks are a little bit too much now. And then I think we could probably just do that, and then take the kicks and humanize them. The guitar sounds a little bit off. Let's see. Is it this main one that it needs to be? Yeah, it is. I think. Where am I soloed? And then how do I why am I forgetting how to do this right now? How do I do the offset thing again? Am I missing it? It used to be over here. What did I do with it? And how do I... add stuff back into it. Why am I forgetting? There we go. Okay. That was interesting. Why did they do that? I don't think. Oh, well, okay. That didn't make sense. There we go. Okay, kick is still too loud. And is it? I don't know if it's just that kick or if it's like a combination of them, but let's go ahead and just go into our plugin. So you got to remember when you are messing with just one track, it's only connecting or controlling one of the outs. I shall do that. Yeah, I guess I could just copy and paste it, huh? Okay. And then I think we could probably just do actually... Okay. Something like that would probably work. So, I think what we do now is we go for maybe this. Let's reverse it just in case it you know, has a little bit of a different texture or something. That we'll just fade it in pretty aggressively. And then I think what I've been liking to do is let's just copy paste this guy and let's make it really like plucky. And then monophonic needs to be on, which is here. And then let's put like a cool effect on it so it just sounds a little bit more interesting. And then let's it's EQ, yeah it is. Let's do that, just so there's not as much bass, because what I'm finding is when you have like an electronic track and you have electronic elements in it, and then you try to do electronic to regular like bass guitars and stuff like that, the bass extension doesn't translate quite well, just because you have like a solid sine wave basically in this digital signals, and then obviously your bass is going to be a little bit different. It's not going to be as consistent. So just something to keep in mind. Of course, if you're doing the same thing. I do think that sounds kind of cool though. Let's do a little bit bigger of a release. Or maybe we just mess with the delay and have it like ramp. And then I think we do like a This isn't grooving quite how I want it to, I don't think. Let's humanize this all some more. Is it because I moved this too far over? Okay, what if we do like a... And then my formula has been do that and then into a breakdown, but I think maybe, I mean, we're only 40 seconds in basically, and I was already thinking about putting like a chorus-esque section here. Should I just do like the Deftones method and go? There you go. By Deftones method, I mean literally just using 2 chords for the entire chorus. I guess that doesn't really work, huh? I don't know how to write choruses. And particularly, I don't really care for them when they're in metal either. Actually, I take that back. The new Icy Stars EP is actually really good. Okay, so that's... Nope. spin off for that part. And then here we just go like really. Do I just copy the bass? I don't know if I quite like that, but it is what it is. I never am able to stick with choruses very well, or very easily, just because I don't sing. Okay, and now we need like a maybe we get like a, I guess we could actually do a this. I'm not planning on sticking with the sound, FYI. Or maybe I am actually. It's a little piercing, isn't it? That's kind of neat. What if we just do this instead? Maybe I need like rock. darker atmosphere. I don't think it's quite going to work because that's C major. So yet another chroma to the rescue. And then I think what I'll do is here, take this part, I'll shrink it, I'll fade it, and then we'll get this dialed into the Phrygian. Oops. I don't know if that quite fits, but... we would just kind of, we'd have some type of break and then we'd go. Maybe we just kind of paste the same thing. Okay, cool. All right, I think I'm gonna call that the stopping point. Okay, we got a good idea out of this episode. We're definitely gonna continue this next week. I don't know who this reminds me of, but maybe I just felt a little rusty when we first started this kind of session. So let's listen to it all together, and then we'll wrap it up. All right, well, episode 2 of Saturday Core is over and done with. Hopefully you enjoyed something, and if you learned anything, let me know. Leave any comments down below, and we'll see you again next week for another episode.